Hello, I'm Shrewboy313 and welcome back to Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. In the last episode we started the adventure. We chose our starting monster, which was Mola, right there on the right hand screen. And then, if you'll allow me to open my menu and look in the substitutes, we scouted 4 slimes. 2 positively charged and 2 negatively charged because, as I mentioned, well, there's a reason for that, and I don't know how soon it'll be, but eventually you'll see why. Now, even though I've already been running, in this episode, we're just gonna, continue towards the goal of taking the Scout's Pledge on Infantile. Now, I am gonna say the correct way to go is around there, like around that path. You can go up here, but I believe for now the way is blocked off. But there is... Oh, come on. I always... Like, on those planks of wood, I always get stuck. Right. Now, I mean, I was going to continue, but this slime's trying to fight. And I mean... Clearly that doesn't end well for a single slime. Oh, I was about to say, hopefully in this episode you'll get to see how leveling up works, but there we go, Slime Plus did. Yeah, when you level up, obviously your stats increase, and occasionally your monster, like, at certain levels, it's not every level, it's... I don't know, I believe the first level is 5, then 8, then 11. They're the ones that I know for sure. Like, your monster will get skill points, and then skill points before that slime gets us. Ooh, Molar and Slime Minus will level up next battle. Yes, I mean I was gonna look in there, but we can't apparently. Where is it? There we go. Skill A, Gorilla, and Skill B, Attack Boost. Like, when we get skill points, we can put skill points into there, and then we'll get skills if we have enough points. I feel like I explain things terribly, but in my mind it also works fine. Oh well. Now, I wanted to come over here because there was this chest, and I knew it was there, and we got a bag of Exodust. Gonna be honest, don't actually know what Exodust does, because I never use it. Exodust... Oh, it's like your escape rope, okay. Also, I should mention, you have 2 inventories. You have in hand and, well, you have your hand in your bag. Your hand, that's like your immediate inventory, like stuff you can use in battle, and your bag is just like everything else. Now, I recall the bag has infinite storage, but the hand, you get like 2 or 3 pages, I think. So it's a case of use your hand space wisely. And before I cruelly got that critical hit on that slime, you might have seen it said it was too stunned to act. Occasionally, like, when you, like, run into monsters from certain angles, like, you might get the starting advantage on them. Like, there is too stunned to act, there is don't notice the team's presence. They both give you, like, a free turn to do anything. Like, it's basically a free action. Like, you'll move but the enemy won't. But at the same time, the enemy can also do that to you. So, like, normally... Like, again, of all my years of playing this game, I haven't quite figured it out. It seems most common, like, when you run it one another, like, from behind. Like, that's usually the most common. But sometimes it also just happens, and I'm not entirely sure why. Right. Yeah, I don't have an explanation. Wow. Again, for an English student, you think I'd be able to speak better, and someone whose first language is also English. Right. Now, I do promise eventually we will see something other than a slime. Oh, also, one thing I will mention, like, the more monsters you have on your team, like, on the field, like, the less experience they'll all get. Because, like, obviously the experience gets shared out between the 3 of them. So, like, I believe if we only had 2 monsters out, like, and we beat 1 slime, they'd each get 2 experience. And if we just had the 1 monster out, they'd get 3 experience per slime. So, like, oh, that spawned? Okay. Yeah, sometimes there's just giant monsters on the islands. Just gonna give you a solid recommendation, don't fight that thing. Not now, at least. Because you can't even see its face, but that thing, it's called a Gigantes, and it's a rank A monster, which means it's really strong. And if we look at our Slimes and Molar, they're all rank F, which is basically the bottom of the barrel. Like, the weakest monsters out there. Now, I mean, you can synthesize, like... I'm just gonna spoil it now. You can synthesize, like, 2 of the same monster, and it'll give you, basically, a stronger version of that same monster back out. And, I mean, I think if you scout a shed load of the same monster, you can actually end up with a ridiculously ridiculously strong slime. I was about to explain, you can see a few monsters in this screen before that Platypunk ran at us. Like that little purple thingamajig that you could see in the distance. That's something that we're not going to be able to see for quite a while, or fight, I suppose. Why did I make that slime defend? Like, I should have just had it attack the other slime. That was so dumb. Right. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is scout that Platypunk. Because, I mean, it might waste time, but I'm just going to say it's in your best interest to, you know... I was about to say slime as many monsters, to scout as many monsters as you can. Just because, like they explained at the synthesis desk, you get stronger monsters from synthesizing monsters. And like I said, as sad as it is, monsters in this game are disposable, and they're designed to be disposable, which is sad. Like, it's sad because you don't get as attached to them, like, as you do with a Pokemon. Because, like, in Pokemon games, you just take your starter Pokemon through the entire game with you, or normally you do anyway. But with this, like, your starter monster should be, like, ideally long gone by the end of the game. I will say, like, from when I've normally played this, my starter monster, it's usually gone by, like, the 2nd or 3rd island. And now when I say 2nd island, I realise... I guess Infantile, if you want to get pedantic about it or technical, is technically the 3rd island, because there was Cell HQ, then Domicile. But I count Infantile as, like, the 1st island, like, out from... like, 1st island in the game, basically. Right. Platypunk, it has... Again, like I was saying, you can get it was one of the starter monsters, and you can just scout it here. I'm not going to bother naming it because I'm not going to use it. So it can just be Punky, and it can... You know what, we'll set it as a substitute so it'll at least get a bit more experience. Right, this hole right here, like, or one of those holes over there, like, mischievous moles pop out of there. So that's where you can scout a mischievous mole if you wanted it. And then, we haven't quite gotten to where you can scout Drakis yet. I don't know whether one of the NPCs mentioned it, but there's a cave on this island. A Draki is in that cave. Also, as another potential spoiler, because we've not experienced it yet in the game, this game has a day and night cycle, and the different monsters appear, like, in different parts of the island, depending on the time of day. And, like, down on the beach, right at the beginning of the island where the slimes were, like, when it's nighttime, Drakis also appear there. Right. Verbal garbage, like, spewed out. There, that's my point. Verbal garbage is spewed out. Now, I am gonna say, the frame rate isn't doing well. I don't know why. There's not really much I can do about it, but... I mean, we're still getting through the game. It's fine. And like, I will say, how I normally play this, I'll get to like certain points in the game and then I'll like grind monsters, like grind up levels, grind up monsters. I'm not going to subject you to like watching me grind levels and like grind up monsters. Like, that's just a point. I'm not going to force you to do that. Right. Now there's this bridge over there with a blue chest and that bird up there. That is currently blocked off. This, it opens up later. So we'll be back here. It opens up later. That was literally it. Right. Now, we can go into this little hut, however, because this isn't closed off to us. Right. Hello, young sir. Yo, how's the scouting, dude? I've got the story if you're looking for the scouting lowdown. Sure. You give the scout command and... Oh, he's just explaining scouting to us. Yep. 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 Yeah, and he says, if it isn't working for you, just make your monster stronger. If you attempt to scout a monster that's 20% convinced... Oh, they're just... Oh. Right, that's fine. Is this dude... crates? Sure. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I think you have to, like, get to this point or come inside this tent and those crates will get moved. But, I welcome Scoutmaster Shuffles at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. I'm the man who runs this island's famous Monster Scout Proficiency test. It's a simple little test. You just have to bring me some monsters. Of course, they have to be the right kind of monsters. And sometimes, finding them isn't so easy. It takes brains as well as brawn. But the good news is, you can keep all the monsters you show me. And we get a prize. Woohoo! Do I even have 5 coins? Oh good, I do. Yeah, let's take the test. Because I feel like you have to. Like, I could be making it up, but I think you have to take the test. Right, I only have 4 coins, so I can't take the next one. Right, we've got, like, 5 scouted monsters. We have all of these slimes. Yep, solved problem number 1. And the prize is a medicinal herb. 10 problems. The next problem will cost... I don't have 10 coins. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run back to the scout. The scout post, yeah. And along the way, I'm going to grind up so I have 10 coins. And then I'll come back, so I'll see you in a sec. Hola, I'm back. Got 12 coins. Mola leveled up while I was doing those battles. Mola got to level 3. And I almost made it back here with perfect health, but one final slime decided it needed to fight me. So yeah. But we can afford to do scout test number 2. 10 coins. Ooh, edgy. Bring me a monster that can equip a cypress staff. Perhaps you know you can equip your monsters with weapons. Now go and find that monster. Now fun fact, we already have that monster. In fact, we have 4 of them. I believe I do, yes, Mr. Shuffles. Bravo, young man, you've solved problem number 2. Slimes can certainly use cypress staves. This is your prize, a bag of anti-magic powder. Whee! Now, it's too soon for problem number 3. Yeah, the opening ceremony needs to happen. Now, did that go in? Nope. Right, anti-magic powder seals enemy magic, but I believe, like, during the daytime of Infant Isle, there's, like, only one thing that can even use magic, and we haven't run into it yet. Right, sorry, I'm just thinking to myself about what's coming up. Because we head up these steps. Sorry, I realise I'm not actually talking about what I'm doing or like where I'm going. It's just because I know the way. It's because I've played it that many times. I will say there are like a few sections towards the end of the game that I'm not certain about, that I may end up having to look up online, but don't tell anyone. But yeah, other than that, I know more or less where we need to go for most of the things. Right. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll fight that platypunk so the slimes can level up again. Because the monsters in the cave, they're a little bit stronger than the ones out here. Like, they definitely hit harder. And I'm gonna say, as much as I also realised we didn't actually run into any mischievous moles when I said we would, or when I said we could. I didn't say that we would. Yeah, but was it? Yeah, it was this episode. Like those little holes, those holes in the ground down there that look like, well, I guess they look like molehills because they are molehills. That is where the mischievous moles pop out of. Right. Now, eventually, once your monsters get so strong, like, you can see, like, monsters here on this island, they do, like, run at us when they get that exclamation point. After a certain point, like, they realise the power of your monsters, and then they get scared and run away from you. Hey, there you go, there's a Draki, like I said it would be. Yeah, we have to make it through this cave, and then I believe that's more or less... Thought I avoided that Draki, but go off, I guess. Oh, look, 2 new monsters. A Draki and a Shadow. Now, Shadows, I believe they're the ones that you should be afraid of at this point. Okay, remember when I said we wouldn't be seeing magic? I lied. Because I thought we wouldn't. Yeah. And I mean, they definitely hit harder. They do a hell of a lot of damage. Like things like crack, like they just do that tiny amount of damage, but when you're this early in the game and your health is that low, that is a significant amount of damage. Alright. And I would like to try and scout a Draki, but I kind of want to do it when I'm only fighting Drakis. But wow, okay, we jumped up from getting like 2 coins to 17. I am okay with that. Now, to my knowledge, there are 3 new monsters here in this cave, and in that first battle we saw 2 of them. Now, if I'm not mistaken, at this intersection is where the 3rd one pops up. Yep, there it is. That horrifying thing. That I seem to recall making Kylie Jenner jokes when we last saw it. Yes, it's literally just called Lips. And it does have a different attack. It licks your face. I believe that attack is officially called Tongue Lashing. I mean, thankfully I recall Lips not being that strong. Like, they're annoying, but they're not that strong. Now, from what I remember from the Shadows, I'm going to keep talking about them because it's just on screen. Like, God, that made me jump. I wasn't expecting it. Oh yeah, for some reason Lips, they can enter a battle confused. Don't know why, but, I mean, I'm not about to complain. Yeah, confusion, like, they have the chance to, like, attack themselves or each other. See? Right, what I was saying about the Shadows, they have really low HP, but they have high defense. So, there's a chance that you probably won't be able to scout one, unless you get, like, quite lucky in this cave. Like, Shadows, you're probably better off going on with the game and coming back when you're a little bit stronger for scouting them. Or I suppose, like, from what I recall, you can find literally every monster, like, through scouting in some way. Like, obviously some are harder than others to find, but I'm pretty sure you can get every monster through scouting. That might be a lie, with the exception of a few, I think. Because I don't think you can get boss monsters. Although there are like mini bosses and boss bosses. This is a lot of wording that like doesn't need to be shared right now, I realise. That like you don't need to know. Oh dear. Also, for some reason I had it in my mind that like lips, they would be easy to scout. Also, I've just realised I guess they're technically a slug, I think. Like, because like the head antennae. Not the head antennae, the eyes. Right. Oh, nope, nope. I keep pressing the wrong button. Yeah, if you don't want to name a monster, it just gives your monsters a name. Guess that's just called lipo. Right, well, I guess we're just gonna shove lipo. I assume it's meant to be lipo, not lipo, but lipo would be 2 P's. I'm just gonna say that. Alright, let's just... Oh good, they don't notice the present. Let's actually use the give orders. Because, like, give orders, you can, like, order them to attack specific monsters, which... I mean, when there's more than one monster and you want to take out a specific one, it's really useful. Right. Now, I'm gonna say I do normally aim for, like, 20 minutes on a video. And I realise this one is gonna go over. But that's fine, because I'm thinking I kind of want to finish up Infantile on this episode. And now you'll see here, Slime Minus obtained 5 skill points when it got to level 5. And now I'm actually... This is part of my helpful hints and tips. I'm going to not use either... Ooh, actually. No, we'll leave them for now. Sorry, I just saw that they can learn heal, and I kind of wanted to leave them. Right, by opening this chest we get a cypress staff. Actually, you know what, I changed my mind. I don't think we're gonna finish... We're not gonna finish Infantile in this episode. Sorry for getting your hopes up. Oh dear, but what I am gonna do... is just use a couple of medicinal herbs because we're looking a bit sus health-wise. And then, yeah, I'm gonna leave this episode here. And yeah, in the next episode we are gonna make it out of this cave and we will finish up Domicile. That is a promise. Thank you / I'm sorry, I guess. And either way, hopefully I'll see you then. Maybe I won't. Subscribe if you want to, you don't have to. It's your choice. It's a shock, I know. See you later.